Hi everyone, and welcome back to another exciting Spraycasso show. Alright, today we're going to be using Orlight paint. They work great. Let's begin with yellow. As you can tell, I already sprayed some yellow on the left hand side of this sheet. Now with the orange, I'm going to go ahead and just blend it in. See, I'm going for a transition effect where I want the bright color to be on top, or at least we're going to try and make it look like it's on top, and transcending from a yellow to a brown. Okay, now do you see that effect? It almost looks like clouds out in the back. And this darker color of the brown can be either bushes in the background or just simply the sky, just a darker version of the sky. And you'll see how that comes in handy as we proceed with the painting. Now make sure you grab a straight edge, as it will be necessary for the next part of this painting, just like so. Now I'm going to create water, and all I'm doing here is just spraying some blue, and you pretty much have to have an idea of where you want this water. In this case, I'm just going to do it right here in the middle. So you spray your blue down. Now with the white, make sure it's nice and real thick, as this gives you the better water effect. Okay? See, and that's what it should look like when you're done with it. Now then, the magazine sheet, just fold it in the way of a U. In this case, you don't need very much of it, just a little piece. See the U? Alright, now this is going to help us create the water effect that we're looking for. And it's really simple, guys. You're just combining the blue with the white. And to do that, you just see how you create the waterfall? You're just going to smear downwards. Great. Well, to create the water, getting back to that, you just smear back and forth. See that? Just back and forth, and that way you combine the bottom colors with the top colors, and it'll give you a very realistic water effect. Great. So now you've created a waterfall. Let's take a closer look at that. See how the water looks pretty real? Well, that's exactly what we're going after. Great. Now then, I'm going to spray a little bit of brown and a little bit of orange on top of that. This is going to create a rocky terrain. In other words, just some rocks in the background. With the magazine sheet, just tear off a piece and just kind of combine the two colors. See that? Very simple. And I believe I'm going to place a rock right about here. Great. Let's do another one. Right about here. And you see how the orange colors really stand out? Makes it look like the sun is hitting that part of the rock. Great. Well, you can manipulate that by tapping more into the orange side than the brown, or vice versa. You know, it is your painting, guys. I want you to have fun with it. Great. Alright. See how I'm doing that? Alright, with a little bit more brown and orange on the same sheet. It doesn't matter because we're using the same colors. I am, however, going to use a different sheet. Alright. Now this is going to be the Cascade part of it. This can be ground, it can be rock. We're just going to smear it downwards. And by the time you're done with it, it should look something like this. Now, what I went ahead and did is just spray a little bit of orange with a little bit of yellow. And this will give us the effect of trees in the background. And see, I just folded a magazine sheet to create a straight edge, and I'm dipping it into the colors and then just tapping it in the background. See? Just like so. Now you see on the bottom part of the Cascade on the ground how it kind of looks like a U? Well, that's going to be important because I'm going to try and make my water transparent, so I want you to be able to look in and underneath the water. Alright, just add a few more trees. Now this is going to be the background trees. They don't have to be very detailed, but I chose the colors of orange and yellow because it also matches the sky colors in the background. So it'll give it an effect that the light is overpowering the trees and just making it look like they're further in the background. Great. Now then, I'm going to use black. I'm going to go ahead and create just some bushes, some shrubs around the trees with the sea sponge. Sea sponges are great because they have a lot of natural curves and all sorts of neat little stuff to make the bushes look even more realistic. So just go ahead and put some bushes, some shrubs, in and around the rocks. Surround the trees. Just like so. See that? Alright, I believe we could use a little more down here. Now, with a little bit of brown, okay, maybe a little bit of orange right on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and use the same sea sponge just to add highlights to those shrubs back here. Because you don't want them to be just black. You want to give the effect that the light is hitting them as well. And with the orange, see that it'll give you that effect right on top of that black. So this will give your painting dimension as well, as the black will symbolize bushes that are covered from the sun. Okay, let's spray a little bit of orange. Add a little bit of yellow. Okay. Now, with another sea sponge, make sure you combine those colors pretty well. Just like so. I'm going to go ahead and begin creating the tree leaves. Now, I chose this color because I want to create the darker tree leaves to the trees closest to us. And being that these trees are going to be the background, the tree leaves have to be a lighter color. Remember that the sunlight's coming from behind. So the closer the tree leaves get to us, the darker they'll be. Okay. Just go ahead and add tree leaves to wherever you added a bark or a tree or a branch. Now you guys remember this is a spraycasso tool. The little bit of paint underneath it, and this is brown. Let's just go ahead and create a tree right here. Okay, maybe another one right about here. Now the spraycasso tool is great because you can get in real fine details like branches and real thin branches. See that? Just by squeezing the tip, you control the flow of the paint. Alright, now the idea is to make these trees look realistic, guys. So we're going to add branches and little twigs. Okay, right about here. Now we are going to add